Hey guys, welcome to Khanvolution. My name's Khan, and right now I'm super excited to be checking out 3 World of Remnant videos. The first one titled Grimm, Aura, and Vytal Festival Tournament. Bro! Dude, thank you guys for noticing that my schedule for going through the World of Remnant videos was kind of skewed because I was supposed to react to, I believe, Grimm before reacting to Volume 2, Chapter 12, but I just forgot. Oh well, you know. But now at least I have the fortune of being able to react to 3 at the same time. So I believe Grimm and Aura take place in Volume 2, whereas Vytal Festival Tournament actually takes place before Volume 3, Chapter 1. So I think I'm on the right track if I watch these 3 videos in a row. So that all being said, please leave your wonderful comments down below. I'm sure you guys will inform me more about what these World of Remnant videos are about, the deeper meaning behind them, outside my own, speculations and thoughts and ideas, right? And if you guys haven't checked out my reaction to RWBY Volume 2, Chapter 12, I'll leave that link in the description below. I also reacted to the first 4 songs of the RWBY Volume 2 soundtrack, as well as the Monty Oum tribute video by Rooster. So I'll leave those links in the description below too. If you guys haven't checked them out, you guys can check those out before joining back with me on these World of Remnant video reactions. And that all being said, I'm super excited. The first one we're going to be reacting to is Grimm, so let's go ahead and check it out, alright? Grimm, tell me.
The creatures of Grimm, a ravenous, destructive force that covers the majority of Remnant. While often referred to simply as Grimm in the common vernacular, these beings serve as the greatest foe to mankind. For as long as humanity can recall walking the surface of Remnant, so do they remember this wicked force. Many ancient cultures believed the creatures of Grimm to be animals possessed by evil spirits, or perhaps the spirits of tortured animals themselves. However, further study, as well as the discovery of newer, more horrific forms of Grimm, does not support this hypothesis. With new creatures discovered every day, scientists perpetually find themselves with more questions than answers. While very little is known of their origin, some key facts have been observed in the wild. First and foremost, the Grimm exclusively attack humans and their creations. While occasional skirmishes between wildlife and Grimm have occurred, these instances appear to be based on territorial provocations rather than a need for sustenance. In fact, the common belief is that the Grimm are not obligated to feed. They choose to. What is perhaps even more unsettling is the basis of their attraction. The creatures of Grimm are lured towards negative emotion.
Oh yeah, you guys did mention that.
In the rare instances when villages are capable of defending against a wave of Grimm, their survival is not guaranteed, as widespread panic will only lead to more attacks.
Oh wow.
Little else is known about the creatures of Grimm. Keeping them in captivity has proven to be an understandably difficult task, as the creatures tend to either die or kill those who imprisoned them in the first place. To further complicate study, the corpse of a Grimm will only remain for a short period of time before completely evaporating. Those who hunt the beasts for sport find this particularly upsetting, but manage to get by with cheap taxidermic recreations and bombastic storytelling. Although the creatures of Grimm appear mindless, more delicate observation has proven contradictory. It has been noted that while younger Grimm tend to be more reckless, older Grimm, who have managed to survive their battles, have the tendency to learn from their experience and will exercise caution in the future. This perverse form of self-preservation allows the creatures to become more effective killers. And in the end, killing is all that matters.
That is so dark, dude. I loved this World of Remnant. I mean, they started off talking about how people actually initially believed that Grimm were actually creatures of animals or spirits of animals that, went rogue and kind of didn't move on, took a dark shape or form, but then scientists later came along and said that that's not the case, and there's so much mystery behind what the actual purpose of Grimm is. I mean, what they remind me of, you know, is for the Titans from Attack on Titan. If you guys have seen that series, it's a very popular anime, so I'm sure many of you guys have heard about it. But it's kind of like, you know, Titans have no reason to attack. Well, no spoiler alert, but I'm not gonna tell you guys if you guys haven't checked out the actual anime, you know, why Titans do what they do. But basically, initially you realize that they have no reason for eating humans. They just eat humans for sport, basically. And that's kind of what the Grimm are like. You know, they have no reason to kill humans. They just do. It's like humans and Grimm are natural antagonists towards each other. You know, they're just opposite forces. Thank God Dust came about, because I feel like, you know, with the way the Grimm have been depicted in this specific World of Remnant video, they're so over OP, you know. So obviously humans had to, maybe early humans didn't have, like, you know, aura or semblances, and they ultimately had to develop them to be able to adapt to this very cruel and harsh world. And another thing is that they disappear after dying. That's also like Attack on Titan. They like burst, they hear the Grimm like disintegrate into, like, you know, dark fume or miasma or something like that. And in Attack on Titan, they just, you know, disperse into smoke or air and stuff like that. You know, even their blood disintegrates into, you know, gaseous particles. So that's what it kind of sort of reminded me of, you know. And of course they talked more into detail about how some Grimm, you know, most small Grimm end up dying, but the ones that survive ultimately evolve, grow, like those mammoth-sized Grimms that Dr. Ooblik was talking about. They've become intelligent. They're not mindless anymore. They're waiting for their opportune moment. And what makes me think, based on what I've heard from this specific World of Remnant video, is that their opportune moment must be something like, you know, when there's a mass hysteria or mass amount of fear, which reminds me of, like, you know, obviously the attack into the breach episode where, like, you know, the train comes and explodes into the city of Vale. Thousands of people are panicking because of the Grimm. That attracts even more Grimm. The Grimm basically begin to congregate, and that's probably what happened to the civilization in Mountain Glen. Thousands of people locked away in a cavern, nowhere to go. You know, Grimm are attacking. They're getting scared. Fear everywhere, attracting more Grimm. Civilization is basically, you know, gonna go down. And I guess that's just so, that's like a chain reaction effect, you know. It's just like it's like a, what do you call that, exponential rise in fear. More Grimm showing up, more fear, you know. It's a never-ending process. So it's amazing that civilization's been able to flourish so much, given that the Grimm behave in such, you know, dangerous ways. That's just crazy, dude. I'm eager to know more. What did you guys think? Leave your comments down below. But for now, I'm gonna jump into the next video. Oh, and I guess the narrator was talking about Professor Port. I saw that dude with the mustache. Some people who hunt Grimm for sport, I don't know, but maybe you guys can clarify in the comments below. Let's go ahead and dive into Aura.
Huntsmen are widely regarded as the world's greatest warriors.
RWBY.
While skilled in a wide variety of weaponry and hand-to-hand combat, these champions are also masters of a much greater power. Aura. Aura is a manifestation of the soul. A life force that runs through every living creature on Remnant, whether they are a meager shopkeep or a renowned knight. However, what sets true warriors apart from all others is their ability to amplify and control their aura. Aura is primarily used as a defensive mechanism, passively coating the wielder in a protective force field. It can protect a combatant from what would normally be a fatal blow. It does not, however, make the user invincible. As they receive more and more damage, their aura reserve will deplete. If this happens, all a fighter will be left with is his resolve. Fortunately, when a fight turns gruesome, a warrior can also rely on their aura in a different manner. Semblance is a term used to describe the projection of aura into a more tangible form.
Glenda?
For some, this could be the ability to control objects with telekinesis.
Right.
For others, it could mean superhuman strength, The power associated with a wielder's semblance is completely unique.
Right.
With enough training and focus, a user's aura can turn them into something much more than just a man.
Oh, Aspen. Damn, that was quick. Wow. So it basically delved more into the fact that aura is something that's generated from, you know, having a soul. So the creatures of Grimm who have no soul aren't able to generate aura. And its first and foremost utility of aura is to act as a defensive shield, and it can block against fatal blows. And that's why I guess Weiss was able to survive that huge chainsaw attack. But after, it's kind of like Super Smash Brothers with a shield. You know, if they attack you more and more, it drops down even faster. And so you can't have a perpetual amount of aura. You have to kind of like recharge it after a certain amount of time. And so therefore, you know, if at a time your aura is depleted to a point where you can't engage that defense anymore, you have to use it as a form of attack instead, you know, which is basically gonna manifest as your semblance. And therefore everybody's, you know, based on, I'm guessing, you know, if you think of scientific terms, maybe based on everyone's unique genetic code, their semblance is going to be very different and unique. And you see each of the members of Team RWBY display their own unique semblances. You know, you saw Weiss's eyes, Blake's shadow, Yang's super power or counter ability, and RWBY's super pedal speed, you know, so that's pretty unique. And then telekinesis by Glinda, so that's cool. So the aura can manifest both in defensive capabilities, and also have attack utility as well. I mean, so that's really cool and awesome. And of course we've seen that displayed countless times in the series so far, right? All right, so done with aura, let's go ahead and dive into Volume 3's World of Remnant, which is the Vytal Festival Tournament. Ooh. Let's see what the Vytal Festival Tournament is about and what's the history behind it. Let's go ahead and dive. Oh boy.
It all began, as most things do, with war. The kingdoms of the world had been locked in a violent struggle for years. But eventually the Great War of Remnant came to an end on the small island of Vytal. It was here that humanity's leaders chose peace over bloodshed and constructed the future of modern society, establishing new laws, new academies, and new traditions. The Vytal Festival was created to serve as a celebration of peace between the kingdoms. Every 2 years, a kingdom would be chosen to open its doors to the world, allowing citizens from every corner of Remnant to meet and indulge in one another's cultures. The pinnacle of this event was the Vytal Festival Tournament. After the newly formed Huntsman Academies proved to be a success, the Vytal Festival Tournament was designed to test the strengths of the kingdom's warriors in a safe and friendly competitive environment. A wonderful method in which to ensure that the world's huntsmen would never settle for mediocrity, but would constantly strive to become the absolute best they could be. As the skills of the huntsmen grew, so did the games. And in time, it was decided that the tournament would need a stage equal in greatness to that of its competitors. Amity Coliseum was the culmination of the Four Kingdoms' efforts, a technological marvel and a shining symbol of harmony, capable of making the journey to all the kingdoms of Remnant.
Dude!
It's true that all of this began with war. But it is peace that has served to shepherd humanity on its ascension to greatness.
Oh hey, I didn't notice that before.
May we never stray from that path.
Oh damn. RWBY Volume 3. Dude. Okay. So I didn't know this. I didn't notice a couple of these things before, but yeah, so I'll go into that a little bit later. But the main thing is that, you know, the Vytal Festival Tournament rose out of, you know, war. So the Four Kingdoms, like Ospen was talking about, you know, prior to them going on their individual shadowing missions, that you know, there was a great war that took place 80 years ago where the four kingdoms were constantly at war with one another, and then I guess after it ended, in order to bring about that peace, they established the Vytal Festival Tournament on the island of Vytal. And I love the fact that each kingdom contributed a special segment to that massive, I'm guessing is a huge coliseum. It kind of looked like, I don't know, it looked like kind of like a vase shape. So how the hell does it stand up, you know? I don't know, but I guess we'll find out. But it's apparently a huge tournament coliseum, and each kingdom contributed to a special sector of it, and basically it's supposed to symbolize, you know, peace. And Osmond says, you know, may we never stray from it, which kind of you know, makes me think of, you know, what Cinder and her gang are trying to do. Actually, I wonder what kingdom Cinder, Mercury, and Emerald are from. That'd be pretty interesting to find out one day. But the thing that really, I'd never noticed it before, but you know, when they were showing the world map right there, if you look at the left-hand side, one of the continents, or it kind of looks like, you know, I don't think it's one of the four kingdoms, but one of the continents on the top left-hand corner kind of looks like a Skyrim dragon. I don't know, that's pretty cool design though. So what did you guys think about all these World of Remnant videos? I can't wait to read what you guys have to say in the comments, and I'll see you guys later in the next video. Hopefully the next video that I'll be reacting to for RWBY will be the RWBY Volume 2 soundtrack Part 2, and then hopefully I'll be starting RWBY Volume 3 Chapter 1. Oh, I'm so excited. Leave your comments down below. I'll see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful day or a wonderful night wherever you are. Bye. Thanks again for watching, and if you enjoyed this reaction, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I will see you later.